hello there, my name is Megan from my channel. Welcome back. So you know, the title of today's video, we are going through all of my Sephora purchases from 2025, which was not a no-buy year for me or a low-buy year for me, and I spent a lot of money at Sephora. I have like over 50 items around me, so that's what we're going to talk about. I did also just get my hair done. Don't know quite how we're feeling about it. The girl seemed really scared to cut my hair, I'm being totally honest with you. The stylist that I had initially booked with was like in labor. So they put me with another stylist, which was fine, like I didn't mind, like obviously, you know, have your baby. But yeah, she just seemed a little scared of me and my hair. So this is what it looks like. We're gonna figure it out as we go along. But with that being said, without further ado, because there is so much stuff in front of me, let's go ahead and start talking about the products that I purchased at Sephora in 2025. I did try to group everything by my purchases. Some of this stuff was talked about in hauls throughout the year, some of this was not, so I feel like, you know, always just a good little refresh. Plus, now we're a year out. Are these products that I still use? Do I enjoy them? Do I dislike them? Have I gotten rid of things? Have I finished things? Even if I finish things, as long as I still have the container, like for example, we're gonna talk about the Sprout Gel. This is used up, but I haven't gotten rid of it in my empties yet. So like I'll bring things out as I have them to physically show you guys. Otherwise, I will try to remember to put like a screenshot on the screen with me. So I will also say too, if I look at my Sephora purchases by purchase history, like on the purchase history page, as opposed to view all, there are different items. So we are just gonna kind of try our best. I think I figured it out, but I don't know, who knows? Here we are. Anyway, going all the way back to, actually we're gonna start, I have an asterisk for these three items because I am pretty positive that I got these in 2025. Where I'm getting confused is that, you know, maybe these weren't 25. These were purchased by Nicholas on his Pandora, on his Sephora account. So I don't have record of them, but now that I'm thinking of it, these may have been, well, I can literally just look up and see when this was the birthday perk. So hold up actually, because I want to make sure I give accurate information. Because I did ask him to purchase a lip gloss so that way I could get the second birthday perk, because there were two things that I was interested in. His birthday's in January, so I obviously like paid for it, but please hold. Okay. Google AI overview seems to think that this was in fact the 2025 purchase, or birthday kit. So we're gonna talk about these first because I would have gotten these in January. For starters, this is from Lawless. It's the Forget the Filler in the shade Rosy Outlook. This is the like mega size. I had gone through, I want to say 2 of the minis of Rosy Outlook, and then also the mini of Daisy Pink and Pink Velvet, Rose Velvet, something like that. And I told myself once I finished all 3 of those, I was gonna allow myself to buy the full size / jumbo of Rosy Outlook, since it is my favorite from those 3. And I really enjoy this. Definitely love the funky shaped doe foot applicator. I think it feels really nice on the lips. I love the formula. I love the smell. I love the way these look. I love everything about these, so I'm very, very happy with this purchase. Okay, and then from that birthday perk, this is the Ultra Suede Sculpting Lip Pencil in the shade Rich Mauve. And then this one is the Rosewood Glow Moisture Glow Plumping Lip Serum. I will say I have only used these a handful of times. This lasts though. This lip liner, I put it on and it does not move. It's amazing. I love it. This Moisture Glow, I really like it. I like the color. I would be intrigued to try a different color, I think. Just because this is a little bit bold for what I often go for. But overall, I do really like the formula of it. I like the way it feels, I like the texture. I'm very happy with these. Okay, so now getting into my purchases. Starting in February 16th of 2025, I purchased 3 items. The first item that was purchased, I do not have anymore. It was a mini, used it and like got rid of it a very long time ago. So I have a tag on this that I've never noticed before, and it's really, really itchy. But let's see, that was the, I'm gonna screenshot it. We'll see if it actually makes its way. But the Rare Beauty Mini Perfect Strokes Universal Volumizing Mascara, I actually remember really enjoying it. And being interested in purchasing a full size. I've just always had a lot of mascara, so I never really got around to it. But yeah, I think that is something that I'd be interested in, maybe trying the mini again to make sure I like it. But from what I recall, I did really enjoy it, and so that was a win for me. In this purchase, I also picked up the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. If you watched my recent like items I'm decluttering, this is one of them. I just don't, it transfers on me, and I don't remember it ever doing that. I've gone through quite a few tubes. But now I know that this tube is about a year old, so good to know. In my head it was like really, really a lot older than that, but apparently not. Yeah, I got it for $16.80, so like it was on sale. I think it usually retails for $28. But yeah, it's just, it flakes, it smears, it smudges, and I'm not really about that. And then last thing from this purchase, this is the Natasha Denona Yucca eyeshadow palette. I have said it before, I will say it again. While this is not an everyday palette for me, if you don't think that this is stunning, you are wrong. We are all entitled to our own opinions, but you're not correct. Look at this freaking palette. It is gorgeous. I love these colors. I love these tones. I love Natasha Denona formula. I currently have this top center green shade in my deck of panning project pan. Milo is rubbing his face on the tripod, all normal things in this household. But yes, I'm very happy with that palette, and I did get it on sale. It was like $48, I think, as opposed to the original like $70. So definitely a win in my book. Hey, you're more than welcome to hang out with us, but we're not doing that today, okay? Okay, you can come sit. Would you like to sit on my lap? I can uncross my legs for you. Come here. He'll be up momentarily. Okay, then fast forward to April 10th appears to have been my next purchase. This one was a big one. I remember I did a haul. This was a Sephora sale haul, if I recall. I mean, I wouldn't have bought all this without it being one. So I did actually make 2 purchases during that Sephora sale. The first one was April 10th, the second one was April 13th, so let's start with April 10th. Let's see, on this transaction, there's so much stuff, guys. But this was the Kosas Cloud Set setting spray. At first I liked it, and then I was like, maybe it's not that great. I actually do really like it. I've told this story before. I got caught in like a massive storm walking from the restaurant to the bar, which was like a 15-minute walk on one of my friend's birthdays. Pouring rain. Everybody's makeup was like pouring down their face. Even the girls that used the Until Dawn setting spray, makeup was gone, mascara was gone. My makeup looked amazing, and this is what I was wearing that night. So I feel like there's something to be said for that. Will I repurchase it right away? Probably not. I do have a couple different setting sprays to go through, but I do really like it. So there's that. Then we have the 24-hour brow setter from Benefit. This is my all-time favorite brow gel. I have tried many brow gels. Nothing inherently wrong with the other ones, but like this one is just my favorite. You're not gonna fit, you got a big tummy. The closet door is like just cracked, and he's trying to get in there and he's gonna get stuck in the doorway. I don't really want you in there. Yeah, that's not a good idea for today. Thank you. I should have made sure that Nicholas closed the door all the way. You are correct. I apologize. But anyway, sorry, we talk a lot to the cat around here. The cats, plural. The other one's taking a nap down there. But yes, this brow gel, it's definitely expensive. It retails for $27, but like, it's just the best brow gel, and it lasts me forever. And it has a really sweet smell, but like in a good way. I don't know. I like it. Then there is the One Size Until Dawn setting spray. I don't have any direct qualms with this item. I'm glad that I only got the mini. I actually purchased this because at the end of April, I was going to Stagecoach, which is like a 3-day music festival in the desert. Funnily enough, that was actually freezing last year. It's always been like triple digits, and it was literally like 60s and windy. It was terrible. Still had fun, but I did purchase this for that trip specifically. I've worn it a few times since then. It is currently in my project pan, by the way. That will be linked at the top if you are curious. But I can't wear it on its own. It just really, it's that hairspray feel, but I know a lot of people do love this. Personally, I just don't think it's quite for me. I also have like normal skin, like it's not dry, it's not oily, it's not really a combination. So I feel like this is just a little bit much for me. Maybe if I had oilier skin, it would be fine, but personally, I just think it adds a little too much to me. It just really sucks all the moisture out of my skin. So I like it when I layer it with other setting sprays and like really moisturizing dewy products, but overall, not my fave. Then I have 2 items from Makeup Forever. This one is the dreaded Makeup Forever Super Boost Lip Gloss. This is in the shade Anywhere Caffeine. I keep thinking that I bought these in Anywhere Walnut, and I didn't. I bought them in Wherever Walnut. I bought them in Anywhere Caffeine. Anyway, I really wanted to like this. It just smells, the smell isn't even what bothers me, it's the taste. It's like a menthol floral taste, and it like, I can just feel it in the back of my throat, and like it literally feels like I'm having an allergic reaction. I don't enjoy it. So yeah, this is in that declutter pile. I just haven't fully gotten those things out of my house yet. But I am setting everything that I'm decluttering aside, and so this is unfortunately in that. And then also Makeup Forever. This is the Anywhere Caffeine lip liner. I've obviously had heard rave reviews about these lip liners, and so I decided to purchase them for myself. I did only get this one. I was in between this one and Wherever Walnut, obviously. Ended up with Anywhere Caffeine. I am wearing this on my lips today, and I am a fan. Similar to that Makeup by Mario lip liner, I feel like I put this on and like it's good. It stays, don't have to worry about it, and that's really nice. Okay, next I have the Bobbi Brown Long Wear Waterproof Cream Eyeshadow Stick in the shade Bone. We are getting so close not to spoil it for you because this is also in that project pan. It's fine, like it works, it gets the job done. I don't like it. I just feel like it looks patchy on my eyes when I first apply it. Like I have to make sure that my skin is like super moisturized, and then I put this down and then I have to rub it out immediately, and I can just see where it's like sticking to like dry patches. Not that I have dry patches on my eyelid, but like it sticks in places, and I don't like that. It's fine. It's like an okay eyeshadow base. Like I'm not mad about it. I'm definitely gonna get through it. It is in that project pan, but I won't be repurchasing this. I don't know if it's just like the way that I'm trying to use it specifically as like an all over base as opposed to just like a shadow. Maybe that's on me, I don't know, but that's what I want to use this for, and so if I can't, then kind of not worth it. Yeah, a little bit upsetting because I had heard really good things, but it just wasn't for me. Then from Summer Fridays, I'm gonna try to remember to put the screenshots up here. This is sitting in my desk at work, but this is the Lip Butter Balm Treatment in Iced Coffee. I really like it. I will say I have come to kind of learn that if I'm going to do a squeezy tube lip balm, I don't want it to be colored. I just feel like it's a little bit harder to like make sure it all doesn't get outside of my lip line. And then I do prefer them though, I guess. Prefer using lightly when I have makeup on, but like if I'm doing a really light makeup day or like a no makeup day, I don't want like a colored lip gloss. I don't know, personally. But yeah, I do like it. I am, more than happy to get through it. Will I repurchase it? I haven't really decided yet, and I think that kind of means no. But nothing outright wrong with it, just I like the formula, I just don't think that the colors work for me. Does that make sense? And then I decided that I wasn't going to do samples, but like minis, I will do. One second. Like as we're talking about this, sorry, thank you. as I'm talking about this, if I got like packet samples of anything, I'm not going to talk about that, but like I did do a 100 point perk, and so that I will talk about. This is from Hourglass. This is the Unreal Liquid Blush in the shade Scene. I actually really like this formula. I will say I do forget that I have it, but I really like the color and I'm a fan. I don't think that, I think this is gonna take me a while to get through, not because there's like a ton in it, but because I really don't need a lot. And then I also do have like a million other blushes as well. I do kind of forget that I have this just because it is so small. It kind of like it's to hide in the back of my drawer. But I will say that when I do use it, I am really happy with my choice. So there's that. I'm a fan. I'm enjoying it. We're good to go. For hair care, again, this is still from that April 10th order. This is from Day. It is the Cactus Fruit 3-in-1 Styling Cream. I will say I love the smell of this. This smells phenomenal. It's so good. I kind of regret purchasing this, not because it's not a good product, but I purchased this back. I was like, I mean, it was like the slick back look time. But I didn't really do slick backs all that often. And like my hair texture is what it is, you know? So like it makes it a little bit difficult to do slick back sometimes. But yeah, I think I had purchased this for that kind of reason. Not that it's a bad product by any means. It's a really great product. I actually really like it. It's just not something that I use frequently enough in my everyday routine. Especially because I think not long after I purchased this was when I decided to try to let my curly hair just be curly. And so here we are, you know what I mean? I might try to rehome that to, I have a couple friends that I know really enjoy that product, so I might give that away. I haven't fully decided yet. Sorry, Milo hopped up here with me and now he's knocking stuff off. Okay, then also from this, we're like 2 products away from the end of this purchase. This is my Say Lip Glossy Bounce in the shade Bounce. I figured out the other day, I've been telling y'all for as long as I've had this, it has such a weird smell and I couldn't figure out what it is, but it's like vaguely familiar. It smells like castor oil. Through and through, it smells like castor oil. I'm assuming that's like a big ingredient in this lip gloss. I do really like the formula. I like the way the gloss looks. The smell kind of irritates me, but I realized it because I was actually putting castor oil on my face and I pulled it out and I was like, wait a second, that's what that smell is. So yeah, it smells like castor oil, but I do really like the lip gloss. So, and the smell goes away. You know, it's not like this one where you put it on and like it literally just doesn't leave for the entire day. It does go away after a little bit. So I don't really mind it, but yeah, did purchase that, do really like it. I've actually been using it a lot recently. So I am happy about this. Last item from this transaction. This is the Rare Beauty Flexible Lifting Gel, Eyebrow Gel. I actually really like this. I did have a comment from one of y'all when I posted that haul say that Maybelline has a dupe for it. I'm interested because I do really like this. I am just still on these 2 brow gels from this time last year. Like I haven't bought a brow gel since. So I am interested in trying that out once I get through my other brow gel, but I did really like this. Not a shocker. It has rave reviews. Okay, now to part 2 for April. This was April 13th. For starters, I purchased the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Serum Skin Tint. This is in the shade 2. I think that I did go based off of, well, okay, let me rephrase that. I went based off of Kaki's skin tone because I do think that we are similar. I think she's a little more neutral. I think she might be the slightest tinge darker, but I think that shade 1 probably would have been too light for me. So I did get shade 2. I do really like it. It shears out very beautifully. I love the way that this looks on the skin. I haven't been using it because I was trying to work through that other product from my project pan that we have also since decluttered, so maybe we start pulling this out a little bit. But yes, I love this. I think it looks phenomenal on the skin. I also will say I am fortunate enough, like I don't have a ton of issues with my skin. My issues reside in my hair and my bodily injuries. But like my skin's great. So I was like, I don't need a ton of coverage. So if you are somebody who prefers a high coverage or like a matte finish, you would not enjoy this. This is definitely light coverage, dewy natural, but I think that this is gorgeous. Then again, keep in mind, this is all pre-Stagecoach. I'm planning for like hot sun, long days, sweating my makeup off like I have in years past, which again, it was cold and windy. But this is from Tower 28. This is the Get Set Blur and Set 24-hour setting pressed powder, whatever. It is just like a translucent pressed powder. I like it. I've used it enough to wear away at the Tower 28 emblem. This is on my like plan to pan for this year. I do want to get through a lot of my pressed powders, and this one I don't want to fully get through it. I just want to hit pan. I think that's the most realistic. So it is on my list. I do want to continue getting to know it a little bit better, but I will say the times that I have used this, I haven't had any problems with it. I just need to make sure, like when I pair these together, my face is dry. So I need to just make sure that I layer this with like the right products, to make sure it looks good, but I really haven't had any problems with it. I do enjoy the product. Then we have two products from Gucci. This is my Gucci Sun-Kissed Glow Bronzer. Sun-Kissed Glow Powder Bronzer in the shade 1. And this is my Luminous Matte Powder Blush in the shade something apricot, Tender Apricot. I really love both of these. I think the formula is phenomenal. The colors look great on my skin. I just all around am a huge fan of both of these products. They are splurges for sure. This is a $65 bronzer. This is a $49 blush. However, in my mind, if you are able to make that commitment, I did also purchase them on sale. But if you are able to make that commitment, I think that they are worth it. Truly. I think they're phenomenal. Still in April of 2025, however, new transaction. I purchased two items at the end of April, April 29th. This first one is the Day Prickly Pear Hair Oil. I figured I really like the smell of this. It's the same scent. And again, I was hearing really positive things about it. Oh no, my cap is cracked. As you can tell though, or as I'm assuming you could tell, I don't know if you really can or not, this is still practically full. I think like we're literally about here. I have learned that while I want to give this a fair shot, like it hasn't been a year, but I've been using some other hair oils first. I want to give this a fair shot. It is very sticky, very thick, very sticky, and I just don't know that that is what I need. I do need a little bit more of a slip with a hair oil just to make sure that I can really evenly distribute it throughout my hair. So once I actually just finished my favorite hair oil. I am working on another one, but I'm intermittently kind of bringing this in, or I'm going to start bringing this in to see if I can figure out, okay, if I only use one pump, how far does that get me? Can I, you know, warm it up enough to give it that slip? If I cannot, this will need to go. It just, again, I feel like its honest market is for like those slick backs where you need a little bit of a thicker oil to bring it back and keep it tacky. Whereas that's not what my hair needs. But that also wasn't really how it was marketed, in my opinion, if I remember correctly. I don't remember it being like marketed that way necessarily. But then it also does say like literally something on here, view details. Something on the listing literally said like, and whatever excess you have left over in your hands, like you can rub it into your skin. So in my head, I think that's why I was like, oh, like it has to be like a thin formula because you're not going to put like this sticky, goopy oil like on your elbows. But maybe people do and I'm just not one of them. I don't know. The other thing that I purchased, and this is actually why we had this purchase way later in the month too, because I had kept adding this to my cart and before I could literally hit like purchase, it would be out of stock. Or I would submit my purchase and then I'd get a refund later from Sephora because they didn't have it in stock anymore. This is from Dyson. This is the Air Wrap Diffuser attachment. It has the standard diffuser head with like the pricklies. And then it also, this does come out and it has just like a bowl basically to like help with your curls as well. I love this. It's obviously not the biggest diffuser attachment, but it is bigger than the diffuser that I had at the time. So there was that. But I don't know, I feel like I like it a lot, honestly. I'm really happy with this. Anytime I'm diffusing my hair, this is what I'm using. I'm a fan, you know, if you have a Dyson Airwrap already, it's a $40 attachment. I understand that's a lot. I'm not saying to go out and purchase this if you have a fully functioning hairdryer. However, if you are curious about it, I do really like it, and I like that I can do this with it and like gather more hair and just do things a little differently. So I'm calling it a win. Hopping into May now. This is May 9th of 2025. So again, we were big spending last year. Anyway, neither here nor there, I suppose. I digress. May 9th of 2025. The first thing on this order was a mini of the SOS Daily Hypochlorous Acid Spray. I purchased it as a mini because I actually bought it when I was in California, and I don't typically travel with a checked bag, so I wasn't going to be able to bring the full-size bottle back at the time I was living in Kansas. So I just tried the mini. I was like, it's fine, like, you know, plus what if I don't like it? I do remember enjoying it. Again, I don't have super acne prone skin, so I don't feel like I really fully benefited from like the acne prone version of it. But I had heard that hypochlorous spray was obviously just overall good for skincare. And then also good for healing piercings, and that is something that I have problems with, so I did try that. I don't know that it worked more or less, honestly, than just like regular saline. If I acquired another SOS Daily Spray, I would definitely use it, but for me it wasn't like saving grace, you know what I mean? Then I picked up 2 items from Fleur. These were both minis. Again, I wanted the full sizes, but 8-ounce bottles, can't take that to carry on. So these are both what I picked up from Fleur. This is the Fleur Moonstone body spray as well as the Fleur Vanilla Skin. I love these. I am really close to being finished with this. It is in my project pan, my non-makeup project pan. And then I am excited for, you know, fall roll back around. Not so much winter, because winter kind of sucks. But I love these. I love the way that they smell. I feel like their lasting power is good enough for a body spray. Like, it's a body spray, it's not going to stay all day, but overall I do really enjoy these. 10 out of 10 in my mind. Alright, I hope that cut off at a good time. But I also, on this transaction, picked up another of the Summer Fridays because, like I mentioned, I like the formula of the Summer Fridays, but sometimes I didn't want to have to worry about a lip color, so I purchased the vanilla, which is just straight up clear. And I do really like it. Again, no problems with it. However, just based off my natural lip color, when I'm wearing makeup, sometimes I do need a, so I really only ever wear that one. I only wear the clear one when I'm not wearing makeup. I wear the tinted one when I am wearing makeup, but I do really like them. And they're starting to get all the way through. Again, will I repurchase them? I don't know, mainly because I just have other things that I need to get through as well, but I do like them. I go a little bit back and forth, but overall I do like them, so there's that. I also picked up on this purchase the Kerastase hair oil. It was really nice. It came in a little jar, like a little orb. Picture of it's over here. And it smelled like roses, but like in a good way. I really liked that oil, honestly. It was thin, it was lightweight, but it did its job well. And I really enjoyed that for like refreshing my curls. I can see myself purchasing it again. It's just so expensive. It is $39 for 1.5 ounces. Like, that to me just feels so expensive, but I don't know. I'm not saying no. From Urban Decay, I did finally pick up Space Cowboy at this time. I am very happy with my choice. I think that this is a beautiful little single eyeshadow. It looks good with like literally, I'm trying to find like, what's the best way to show it to you? It looks good with like literally every makeup look, genuinely. And it was so funny because I told myself, I'm like, oh my goodness, $24 per single eyeshadow. Like, that just is ridiculous. But I also knew that like Space Cowboy is so popular right now, I'm sure that it's not even gonna be available. So I do this where I tell myself sometimes, like, you know what, if it's in stock, we'll get it. you know, like let's let fate decide. If Space Cowboy is in stock, I will purchase it. And at first I was looking and I was like, it's not in stock. It's not meant to be. And then there was one stuck in between some other colors and like a different little shelf of the display. And I said, oh, I guess it's meant to be. And so I purchased Space Cowboy and I really like it. So I did also end up trying out the Touchland hand sanitizer, the spray ones that everybody goes like ballistic for. I will say, I'm not like a huge hand sanitizer person. I never really have been. I feel like I wash my hands regularly enough, and outside of that, a couple germs aren't gonna hurt me. Yeah, I don't know, sorry. But I was like, you know what, I do want to try it. Like, I do sometimes wish that I had a hand sanitizer, like when I'm actually truly out and about doing stuff, and like I want, you know, it's good to have. I don't have to be a religious hand sanitizer user to appreciate a good hand sanitizer. So I did go ahead and purchase it, figuring it would either like live in my purse or live in my car. It does live in my car actually, and that has been very helpful. I'm not mad about it. I do enjoy it. $10 for hand sanitizer does seem kind of excessive, extremely excessive, when you can get like a little bottle of Purell for like 40 cents. But you know what? It's fun and I enjoy it, and it makes my life a little bit more whimsy, and why not? And then lastly, from this transaction, I purchased the Cali Ray Compeller High Water Tubing Mascara. I'm actually wearing this today. I really like it. It's a little bit on the drier side, which does bother me sometimes, but not to the point where like I dislike the mascara. I think it looks really pretty. It is a tubing mascara, so it's not gonna like build up to anything crazy. They are fairly like on the more natural looking side. But yeah, I have it. I enjoy it. I will say this packaging just feels cheap. Like, I feel like my Milani mascara feels more high quality than this. But I'm not mad about it. I do really enjoy the way this looks on my eyes, and the formula is easy to remove. I enjoy a good tubing mascara, so I'm happy with it. Okay, then for my birthday, Nick stopped using, I don't think he even remembers he has his own Sephora account, which I'm fine with, because that means that when he buys something from Sephora, he uses my account, which means that I get the points, and then I get to use the points whenever I want. So he did pick up for me from Laneige. This is the Lip Glowy Balm, Squeezy Balm, in the matcha flavor. I love matcha. I still have this. I haven't gone through it. It's in a purse somewhere. It's in like the purse that I would take to his games. Like, it's around. It was starting to get late in the day, so I wanted to start filming. But I really, really love this formula. I will say, and I did pick out the matcha flavor. The matcha the matcha flavor that they have is a little bit sweet, and it leaves a little bit of an aftertaste, but I'm not mad about it. It's a clear lip gloss. It has like a little bit of like a green tinge to it, but like not enough to be like, your lips are green. But yeah, no, I do really like it. I love this formula. I've used the formula in the past, very much enjoyed it, which is why I decided, like, finally, once I used up my last one, which was maybe like the gummy bear flavor, I was like, I'm going to allow myself to purchase the matcha because I was so excited about it. And so he was great, bought me matcha, very happy. Then there was my, what am I trying to say? My birthday purchase from Sephora. I did kind of split my birthday purchase into 3 transactions. We're not really gonna talk about that part. So August 23rd, my birthday is August 24th. But August 23rd, I did purchase, this one was online. This transaction had my Natasha Denona Mini Eye Sculpt Palette. I love this. I get it. There's like not a lot to it. It's fairly boring. I have these shades in every other eyeshadow palette that I own, but I will say I have really enjoyed if I am traveling, and like sometimes I just don't want to bring a full eyeshadow palette. Like sometimes I don't want to. I know that they're not like the most massive things in the world, like they fit in my makeup bag just fine, but like sometimes I just want this and a topper eyeshadow and we can call it a day. So I will say I have really, really, really loved owning this palette. I have used it so many times throughout last year and this year. Yeah, I am so happy that I purchased this. I love it. Same transaction, I did purchase from Natasha Denona. This is the High Glam Brightening Concealer. This was in the shade R2. I went back and forth so many times about what is my correct shade. Is it R2? Is it RN1? Is it, I don't know. I purchased R2. It's a little bit dark, but it works. It's my exact skin tone, which is why I say it's dark. It's not darker than I am. Like it is my exact skin tone on my eyes, so it doesn't provide any brightening, but sometimes, especially if I'm doing like a no makeup day where like I'm just going into the office and I have like the most obnoxious purple under eye bags. So for me, like, even if I don't want to wear a ton of makeup, or like even if I don't want to wear makeup, but I'm still going into work, if I'm just like going out on weekends, like going grocery shopping, like staying at the house, I'm not going to throw on concealer. But sometimes at work, I'm like, you know what, I just want to look a little bit more put together. This has been perfect because then that way I'm not trying to be like, okay, well, if I do a brightening concealer under my eye, that I feel like I need to offset that with like an eyeshadow look or something like that. Like if I truly just want to be like, all right, I just want a little bit of concealer, this has been amazing being my exact skin tone. I love the formula. It lasts forever. It's nice and creamy. It's not too dry. It's not anything that I need it to not be. This is perfect. I love it. Perfection. It also looks great all over my face as a foundation, just so you know. Then for my birthday perk, my birthday is August 24th for anybody wondering, but this again was August 23rd. I picked up the Rare Beauty Lip and Cheek Duo. This is the tinted lip oil in the shade Hope, and then the mini blush in the shade Virtue. I love this blush. I love this color. I love the formula. I love that I don't need a ton of it. This is basically the color of MAC Sincere, which was a powder blush that is discontinued, and I love it and I miss it dearly. I finished it up in my project pan last year, and let me tell you, not a day has gone by that I haven't thought about that blush. So we have this. I do like it. It's amazing. This is a lot more pink than I typically go for. I don't really wear it often. When I have worn it, I have enjoyed it, but it's got to be the right look. I don't want to show you here because like that orange, so I'm gonna hold it up here. Like, do we just see it's very pink, and like I'm just not a super pink tone person. I have talked about getting more into pink tones, but not like this. So there's that. Not mad about it though. And then lastly in this purchase, I picked up from Color Wow. This is the Color Wow Curl Wow Flowetry Vital Natural Serum. It is essentially like a curl cream. I really like this. It's definitely very moisture rich. If your hair cannot handle moisture, do not pick this up. It's lightweight, but it is very, very moisture oil rich. But yeah, I think I'm maybe like here-ish in it. Have definitely made some progress. I really like it. It's great when I mix it into my spray bottle. It's great when I use it on its own. I do have this in my hair in addition to a hair gel. I did wash my hair last night. Like I told you, I think the hairstylist was a little scared, and so we did all of the curls, and then she went back in and tried to like touch up some of the cut, and it just destroyed the curls that we had created. So I just washed my hair again last night. But I do really like it. I've been using this for a while. It's great. I enjoy it. If you have been curious about it, I recommend it. Just keep in mind it is very, very moisture heavy, but then maybe you only do like one pump instead of two. You know what I mean? I think it's great. I think that somebody also sells minis. Don't remember who, but that might be something to look into as well if you are just wanting to like test the waters. Okay, August 26th. This is gonna be like the longest video I think I've put together. I apologize. That's not true. My clothing declutter try on that was forever. But anyway, I picked up two items. This one is the Pattern brand by Tracee Ellis Ross. It is the mini shower detangling brush. I used to have the full size shower detangling brush. And after a couple of years of like using it, the brush part did like come out of the handle. So at that point I decided to get another one because I really, really like how thick and like firm these bristles are. There is movement, like they are flexible, but especially if you have thick curly hair, like, and you need to brush product through your hair in the shower, you don't want an unbrush that's just gonna like bend and like not actually get through here. This is great. I love it. So when I think the full size sells for like $17. The mini is one that I have. It retails now, it looks like, for $10. I purchased it for $9, just saying. But yeah, the full size is like a little bit bigger. I was like, you know what, it's not that serious. Like, I think I can get away with the mini, and then that way it's like not taking up as much space in my shower, and if I ever need to travel with it, I can without it being like super over the top. But yeah, I'm a fan of this brush. Like I said, this is my second one. If and when this one breaks, because I'm sure it will since my last one did, if and when it breaks, I'll probably buy it again in the mini. I like it. This transaction was mainly inspired by the fact that I needed a new brush. But I was really intrigued by the Haus Labs Precision Sculpt Shaping Balm. However, I think I probably got myself the wrong shade. I'm very fair, if we can't tell. I'm very pale. So typically I am the lightest shade in whatever. So Profile is the lightest shade. I did purchase this one. However, I think, honestly, if I have the opportunity to go back and try again, Chisel is the next lightest shade, and that might actually be a little bit better for me. Sometimes when I have used this, and I really haven't used it a lot, like only a few times. This is basically still brand new. But the few times that I have used it, sometimes I just feel like I have like dirt marks on my face. But that is also going straight in with the stick, so maybe if I like warm it up first and then place it, different conversation, I don't know. I will admit I have not given it a fair shot. Yeah, because when I purchased this last year, I had my Makeup by Mario contour stick in my project pan, so I was trying to actively finish that, so there didn't really leave a ton of room for products like this one. But yeah, I haven't really given it a fair shot, I will admit to that. I do want to give it a fair shot and then go from there, but I purchased this last year. In September, I went to town. I made a big purchase. This one I did post about, and I think actually some of these items, like I think that like these kind of 3 transactions together were posted as a haul back in like early September, because to me it was like all kind of the same thing. One was in store and like 2 were online, so there was that. But for starters, I have the picture right here of the Topicals Like Butter Moisturizer for dry and sensitive eczema prone skin. I don't have eczema prone skin, but I do have dry, I mean I don't have dry skin. But I enjoy, what am I trying to say? Oh my goodness. I enjoy a thick, rich cream that usually is marketed for dry or eczema prone skin. That's what I tend to like on my face at night when I do my skincare. So that is why I purchased it. I'd heard good things about it. Something about the texture of it I didn't love, but I didn't dislike it either. I'm not going to repurchase it. It was kind of expensive considering that it was like 1.7 ounces. It was $34. So I liked it, but I don't need it again. I do prefer my Naturium multi-peptide moisturizer that I talk about all of the time. But I wanted to try something new, so I did. Not a bad experience, but probably wouldn't do it again. Okay, and then from Rhode. This was right after Rhode launched in Sephora. So I did some shopping. But I picked up the Peptide Lip Treatment, the clear one in the shade Flavor Watermelon Slice. I really like that. That lives in my car. That is my car lip balm. It is amazing. I'm very happy with it. That I can honestly see myself repurchasing once I finish it. Totally honest, I really like that. Then also from Rhode, this is the Pocket Blush in the shade Freckle. I love this formula. I love this color. I think it looks so good on my skin. There's a hair stuck in here. I'm so sorry. Yeah, everything about this blush I think is just so gorgeous. I will admit it is expensive considering the amount of product that you get. Like, this is a massive container for no reason, but that's not news to anybody at this point. But I love this. I feel like it lasts all day. It's amazing. I love the way that it looks on my skin. I'm so happy with this. I can see myself purchasing other colors in the future. I am on a no buy again this year for a good reason. But yeah, just throwing that out there. I'm so happy with this. These next products, I'm just gonna talk about as a group of 4. These are the first 4. That's right, I only said first 4 because there are more. Only one more, but not in this transaction. These are the first 4 Rhode peptide lip contours that I purchased. I have them in Balance, Lunge, Lean, and Bend. Yep. I will say I do like this formula. Lunge is quite literally my exact lip shade, so that is nice to use. Bend and Lean are like a little bit darker, so I'm going for like a little bit more of a vampy, or like if I really want that defined look. Those are awesome. Bend is great because it's a little more peachy coral apricot, and so sometimes that's the kind of lip vibe that I need. I will say, as we all know, these don't last forever. They are marketed as a lip contour, not a lip liner. Do with that information what you choose. I don't really know what that's supposed to mean, if I'm being completely honest. I just treat this like a lipstick. But yes, so I do have actually 5 of these, but only 4 were purchased on this transaction. I like them though. I like them. I think they serve a purpose. I like the purpose that they use, that they have. I find for myself too, I have a very desaturated complexion and lip color naturally. And so I like that these are contours because that means that they are more gray and desaturated. And so for me, I don't have this like stark contrast of color on my face. I like them. I'm sorry, I like them. I also on this transaction picked up from Crown Affair. This is the Overnight Repair Serum Treatment for Dry Damaged Hair. My skin is not dry, my hair is ridiculously dry, and it needs moisture in order for my curls to do anything productive. So I did pick this up. It smells phenomenal. Like, oh my goodness, it smells amazing. The bottle is just luxe. Like, this is a thick glass bottle with a thick metal cap. I love this thing. I will put like 5 pumps basically when my hair was longer. I'm just rake it through my hair at night, throw it up, and in the morning it is just so much more manageable. It wasn't an every night thing, but after like my first 2 days of like 2-day-old hair, then I would start to use it. I use it like day 3 and then like day 5 and day 6 if I'm going that long in between hair washes. That just depends on my schedule, guys. I'm gonna be so honest with you. That and the fact that my long hair was a mess to have to deal with drying it. So I'm hoping that this will help. But I really, really like this. If you have dry hair, curly hair, frizzy hair, even with straight hair, like it's marketed for all hair types, if you just have dry hair that needs moisture, I recommend. Okay, few more items. Let's see. From One Size, this is the Powder Melt Setting Spray. I love this. Like I said before, I do prefer a little bit of a dewier look. So for me, absolutely not. Absolutely, I love this setting spray. The mister is amazing. The formula is great. My makeup lasts all day. It looks phenomenal. Cannot say enough good things about this. This and the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray are my 2 favorite setting sprays. Just gonna say it. Also from Rhode, because again, we were trying everything. This is the Peptide Lip Tint in the shade Toast. It's a rose taupe tone. I remember in the store talking myself into and out of this because, as we discussed earlier with my Summer Fridays lip glossy balm, whatever those are called, I don't always love this application style for a tinted lip balm, but I did try it. I do like the color. I do like the formula. Again, it being this way is not my favorite use of it, but I'm going to continue keeping it, going to continue wearing it, and who knows, maybe I'll finish up a lip gloss this year and I will just like squish this into it and then I can wear it that way. That might be a good idea. We will see. But yeah, do like the formula, love the color. I just kind of wish it wasn't in like a squishy tube, but it is what it is. That was everything from that transaction. So now we're going to jump to December. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. I purchased a lot of stuff. It wasn't necessarily consistent, but is that better or worse? Who knows? In December, again, Nick does use my Sephora account to make purchases for me. So he picked up on my, boys, man, On my little Christmas list that I gave him, I did link this Patrick Ta color. Sorry, not this color, but this Patrick Ta blush. There we go. And I said specifically, no bright pinks, reds, or purple tones. Knowing that he was not going to pick it out himself. Like, he goes to Sephora, he shows them a picture of what I want. He says, please find this for me and get me checked out. But I don't think he saw that part, because we did end up with She Goes to the Gym, which is a mauve rose color. I don't dislike it. I think it's a very pretty color. I have worn it a bunch. I do enjoy it. However, it's not the one that I would have picked. I also should have just known he doesn't read well. I should have linked the exact color that I was hoping for. Because looking back on it, I think I just linked the listing, and this is the first listed product. So when he clicked the link and showed the sales associate, that's what would have showed up. So I will take a little bit of responsibility for that. But anyway, I do still really like it. I like the color. It's not something that I wear this time of year. I did wear it through like the end of winter, but now we're kind of into spring. I want some other like corally bright summer tones, but I will be picking this back up again for sure as fall rolls back around. But yes, I've used them together. I've used just the powder. I've used just the cream. I like this, and I can see myself picking up some other colors in the future. All right, I will say though, he purchased this for me on December 13th. I had a 20% off coupon that expired December 14th. So I went to Sephora on December 14th to use my 20% off coupon, and this is what I purchased. This was another big one. Let's see, starting off, we have another of the, how'd you get over there? I have so many questions about my cats. We have another of the Lawless Forget the Filler lip glosses. This one is in the shade Nudie. I was looking for George, but I found Nudie, and I really liked Nudie as well, and I am very, very happy with this choice. I wear this nonstop. Literally every day. If I'm like, what lip gloss should I wear? What's going to look good with this look? And I don't want to actually think about it. I'm like, oh, Nudie will be great. Let's just do it. So this has been amazing. This is also when I picked up another of the Rhode lip contours in the shade Twist. This is one shade darker than Lunge, which like I said earlier is my perfect lip shade. So I really like this, especially I actually like these two together. But if I just want something that's very skin native for me, but I want a little bit of extra depth, this is what I reach for. It's amazing. I love this. This is also when I picked up my Anastasia Beverly Hills Mini Spice palette. I will say I kind of picked this up just on like a whim. No kind of about it. I picked this up on a whim. I could not be happier with my choice. I love this palette. The colors are beautiful. I love Anastasia's formulation. They just blend like a dream. They are amazing. I love. I also picked up from Color Wow, this is the Curl Shook Mix and Fix Bundling Spray. I really like this. I wasn't too sure. I had seen it on social media. I have used a ton of this. I will say I do need a lot. My hair is shorter now, so maybe not as much. But I really, really like this product. Again, very moisture rich, but very, very thin. It separates actually into like a purple and a blue thing, and you gotta mix it together, and then you can spray it, rake it, you know, clump your curls, do all the things. This diffuses well, it air dries well. My hair feels really just like moisturized and cared for when I wear this. I really like this. In checkout line, I saw this Kosas Revealer Concealer Mini in the shade 1.5C. I've heard many good things about the Revealer Concealer throughout the years. I will say I was very surprised to see that 1.5C is actually quite warm. So I do mix this when I wear it with another product. This is currently in my project pan. I enjoy it. I will not be repurchasing it. I'm almost finished with it actually, and I'm very excited. So there is that. Then I also picked up from Danessa Myricks, this is the Yummy Skin Lift and Flex Hydrating Concealer with Hyaluronic Acid and Caffeine. I purchased this in shade 1. I'm sure you guys can hear that. I apologize. But I picked this up in shade 1, figuring if I picked it up in shade 2, it would probably be a little... I don't remember if... My camera stops filming at 29 minutes and 59 seconds, so that's what's been going on. But I don't remember if they have like a 1.5, or maybe they did, but it was like a different undertone. I'm very cool toned again. Like I can wear neutral or cool. I can't really go neutral to warm. So I did pick this up. It is a little bit light, but it does look really good and I really like it. I want to get more use out of this, but right now I do actually have 2 concealers in my project pan. And so I will say I was really back and forth about should I even purchase this, knowing that, and especially I picked this one up too, knowing that I still have like a full Fenty concealer that I'm basically trying to work through right now. I obviously did decide to pick it up, but I also have this concealer. Like we're good on concealer right now. But yeah, I did decide to pick it up. I do really like it. I do want to keep using it, but I also want to make sure, because that one is like old. I want to make sure I get through that first. Then this was kind of a spur of the moment purchase, but this is from Wonder Skin. This is the lip stain in the shade Lovely. It's okay, I like it. If I leave it on for too long, it definitely sinks into any dryness on my lips, even if they are like the most moisturized they've ever been. It shows, I feel like, and so I usually will just like line my lips, fill in a little bit, let it sit for like 10 seconds and wipe it off, and that works really well. But yeah, I like it. It's a good product. It lasts long. I have to be very careful with it. It's a little bit finicky, and it definitely stains. So like if I leave it on for too long, and like I said, it kind of like starts to look dry on my lips, my lips look like that all day, unfortunately. So just something I have to be aware of. I literally put it on and like almost immediately take it off, and at that point it's fine, but here we are. This is from Lawless. This is the Forget the Filler Overnight Lip Plumping Mask. I got this one in the shade Sweet Dreams. It has that same really nice Lawless Forget the Filler smell. I've definitely used a good chunk of this. I really like it. I'm really happy with it. I think it keeps my lips moisturized overnight. I'm not gonna really speak to whether or not I think they're more plump than they otherwise would be, but I really like this regardless. Good about that. So, I was mentioning earlier that I was going to use my 20% off coupon, right? The one-time use coupon I get to check out. And I'm like, hey, yeah, I should have a 20% off coupon on my account. And she looks at me and she goes, oh, that's a one-time use coupon. I said, yeah. So can we apply that? She's like, no, it's a one-time use coupon. I'm like, I understand that, but the last time I went shopping at Sephora was, you know, as we know, September. So there's no way that between the time that this coupon was issued last week and like I didn't use it. And she's looking at me like I'm crazy, and I'm looking at her because she's obviously crazy. And that was when I then put together that Nick had mentioned that he was going to the mall to pick up a gift for me for Christmas. And I put together that my lovely, lovely boyfriend used my 20% off coupon on a $38 product. And the next day I went into the store to use my 20% off coupon on a $225 order. I told him, I was like, you owe me $45. But in his defense, like, he didn't know that I was going to the store, and the associate at checkout was like, hey, she has a 20% off coupon. It expires tomorrow. Is she coming in? And he was like, no, I don't think so, because I hadn't told him that I was going to go into the store to do some shopping. So anyway, fun fact about that one. So that's the only downside so far of us sharing a Sephora account is he uses my coupons and I spend a lot more money than he does. But it's okay. It's fine. It is what it is. Anyway, we've had a conversation about it since then. But lastly, The last purchase that I made in 2025, this was back in California again. This was my Ethereal Eyes 3 Nature palette. This is what it looks like. I am obsessed with this eyeshadow palette. Is it boring? Absolutely. Do I love it even more? I love this palette so much. The colors are so easy to blend, so beautiful. I understand that there has been some drama about this not being the same Ethereal Eyes formula as the first two. I didn't experience the first two, so I don't really have anything to like compare it against. But I did purchase this one. I love the color story. I love the colors. I love the formula. I love everything about it. I am so very happy with this purchase. So that is everything that I purchased from Sephora in 2025. I have a ton of stuff around me right now. No part of this was meant to come off as a brag in any sort of regard. You know, I work hard, I save my money, I feel like I'm very smart with my money, and sometimes I do decide to splurge. Last year was a splurge year. This year, again, just to be like aware of my finances and keep an extra eye on it, I have decided to go on that no buy slash low buy. There's like a few stipulations to it. If you are interested in what my goals are for 2026, I do have a goals video posted. It kind of talks a little bit about just like career goals, you know, personal goals, makeup, YouTube related goals, a little bit of everything. But yeah, so that is everything. Thank you guys for checking this out. If you like this style of video, I will try to remember to link somewhere. I did this for purchases prior to 2023, and then I did this again for 2024 last year. And then now in 26, I'm doing my purchase for 25, and then in 27, I'll do any purchases in 26, and we'll just continue on from there as like a year in. Obviously, some of these are only a couple months old, but some of these are a year or more in, you know, my collection. So I do think this was fun. I appreciate you guys for hanging out, checking it out. I know this was a really long video, but if you enjoyed it, I'd appreciate it if you give a thumbs up down below. Leave a comment if you feel inclined to do so. If you want to see more of me in the future, go ahead and subscribe down below as well. And with that being said, I hope you have a great rest of your day, wherever you are, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!